everybody, it's Emily with the Terrebonne Parish Library, and I'm here with you today to show you all how I set up my 2021 bullet journal. So bullet journaling is basically a method of personal organization designed for yourself to keep you organized in all areas of your life. So your doctor's appointments, your school assignments, your work schedule, your reminders, to-do lists, shopping lists, all those things can be found in one place in your bullet journal. And so it's also a great way though for you to reflect on your year or your life or your goals. It's a great method or a great way to set goals and to actually stick to them. So the whole point of a bullet journal is that it is customized to exactly what you feel is most optimal for planning and organizing your life. And it is not particularly meant for anyone but yourself, so don't feel this need to be perfect because nothing is ever perfect. So don't get bogged down in that and don't let it stress you out, because the point of bullet journaling is to reduce stress by being mindful and creating, right? So what do we need to bullet journal? Well, you're going to need a journal. So any journal really would work, but a true bullet journal has dot grid on it. And so that really just helps you to keep your lines and your charts and things neat and straight. But you'll also need, even though you have your dots and your lines on your bullet journal, you're going to need a ruler and pens and pencils. And if you are wild about crafting, or it's your favorite thing, your favorite hobby, it is mine, washi tape is fun, and all sorts of different stickers and papers and scrapbooking supplies. Anything that you would use for your scrapbook, you can utilize in your bullet journal. So let's get started. Okay guys, so we have our journal and all of our supplies that we need to incorporate into it, and let's go ahead and dive in. So many people on the first page or first couple of pages of their journal, they choose to use that space for some sort of table of contents, index, or key for their journal. I personally don't do that, so I just make a cover page, and this is a little bare right now, so an image, and this is just a sticker, and 2021, since that is the year that we're in. And then my first spread is my yearly view. So I have January, February, March, April, and these are mini calendars that I just printed and cut out and then pasted in here. And so I will use this space under each of the months to write in those monthly things. For example, birthdays, holidays, or exam days, anything like that that's like a big deal or a big due date, I'm gonna write in this spread here. And then I have the rest of my year finished here. And then all I did was put just a little strip of washi on the edges of the pages just to give it a little bit something extra, because it looks very plain before it is filled in. And then my first layout or tracker is called Favorite Reads. And so this is actually a stamp that I have that is shaped like a Polaroid photo. So I am going to basically list the book here and then the date that I finished reading here. And then in the spaces between, I have this super fun layout idea of taking or printing the covers of the books that I've read or that I've enjoyed reading, because I don't know that I can fit all the books that I will read in the year on just this one page. So I will do little printouts of the covers in between and probably add some more art and things along the way as we get more throughout the year. So for my January spread, I have the month laid out here with some craft paper. So I just cut this into a square basically, and then I use my washi tape that has days of the week on it to notate my days of the week, and then draw my lines from there. And again, that's where your ruler comes in, because you are able to draw nice straight lines. So I would also like to say that when you're measuring in your bullet journal, sometimes it's easier if you use the centimeter side, because you're working with a small area. And so I just divided my monthly views into 2 centimeters per block, because I genuinely don't ever use my monthly calendars as anything other than marking off dates. So my goal is really just to see the view of the month and what the weeks look like laid out. And then I'm going to add here a quote and maybe a little something here. I like my journals to look full and very used, so that is always my goal. This is just my template basically that I've made, so I will be adding a lot to it. And then I love the weekly view, because that is where I detail out everything that I need to do or have to do in that week. So due dates, doctor's appointments, anything like that, I'm gonna write in this area. So sometimes I will find that I did not do much in a day. Rather, I maybe just went to work or to the store. And so on those days, I might just reflect on my day or my year so far, so that way I can fill in some of my spaces and it won't be as empty. So really, just to get this look, all I did was I divided my page in half and drew that line, and then with the full page I used the inches side, and since our page is about 9 inches, I just divided it into 3. So 3 inches and then 6, and then I drew those lines across this way, and then I used the last block as Saturday and Sunday's block. So you can put an extra line here, but I'm just gonna leave it open because my weekends tend to mesh together anyway. So this is our weekly view. Now this is a weekly view that I find works for me. Again, this is all up to you and how you want to see it laid out or organized. You can choose to make your spread however you want. So that is basically all I've done. And then when I get to February, I switched it up a little bit and I went ahead and did a smaller mood tracker and added a space for some goals and some to-do list things, because I love those types of spaces. And remember, I am by no means an artist. However, I think it is so fun to put color on a page and just make it look like your own. And that is the whole purpose of bullet journaling. And that is why I enjoy doing it. So to find my monthlies easy, I put a gold piece of washi around the edge of the monthly page, and that way I will have 12 of those to indicate each month in my journal. And see, this is a little more basic. I didn't add in the date stamps. This awesome date stamper looks very classic. So I add in the dates, but truly it's very basic journal. We really just start out with blank pages and we add or we form those pages to what we feel like is the best organizational method for us. And this just works for me. But there are so many different options or different things that you could do with a bullet journal, or different ways that you could lay it out, or different things that you can track. So for example, I have this super awesome stamp that I told you guys about, and this is another journal that I have just for like concepts and things like that, because I just enjoy creating and making journals. I think it's fun. So I use a lot of stamps for my letters and things, but because I hate my handwriting. However, journaling does not need to be a perfect thing. So for October, I've got a star mood tracker, and so my mood trackers, I have a stencil sheet with some different shapes on it, so I just trace the stencils of the stars and then stamped out Halloween movie vibes. So pick 10 of my favorite Halloween movies to watch and check those off as we get closer and closer to Halloween. And then just a monthly view, and you can choose to make your monthly views however you want. This one spans the entire 2 pages and has a goals and a to-do list just in the side here, but truly there are so many different ways that you can lay out a bullet journal that make it your own. So here for November, I just printed a monthly calendar, and then here I have important dates with to-dos and a goal box. And then this spread or layout is just straight across Sunday through Saturday. And so that's another preference that you can decide what you like. You can start your weeks with Monday, or you can start your weeks with Sunday. That is entirely up to you. And this journal, I chose to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then one box for my Saturday and Sunday because, again, my weekends just tend to mesh together. And I don't really do much except for chores and things like that. So we can also get into a lot of fun different trackers or different things that give you the opportunity to utilize your journal and have fun with it. That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed how I set up my bullet journal, and I hope I have inspired you to start creating your own.